So, hello students and welcome to Time. Uh, in this session, we are going to discuss the current affairs of October. Now, when I talk about October, there were many events happened last month. We have got a PPT which will talk about most of the major events of 2025. Some events can be from this month as well, since we are having this session on 10th of November. Uh, Now, just to check your knowledge, let me ask you a question. So, let me see how many of you are here in the classroom. Okay, right, fair enough. Uh, so the question is, from today onwards, there is this summit which has been started in Brazil. What is the name of that summit? I'm waiting on the chat box, and I can. I'm waiting for the answers also. So the name of that summit is COP30, which is Conference of Parties, right? So this is today's current affairs. So if you're aware about this, that means you are working hard for your banking preparation. Uh, these current affairs are going to be helpful for upcoming clerical examinations as well as the PO. A few more important things which happened last month, out of which one very important thing is the monetary policy of the RBI, which came last month. So monetary policy, as you know, is presented by not RBI alone. It is presented by MPC. Let me change the color of my pen. So monetary policy is presented by MPC and the full form is Monetary Policy Committee, right? So Monetary Policy Committee makes the monetary policy. There are 6 members of Monetary Policy Committee, being the chairman is the governor of RBI, Mr. Sanjay Malhotra. They meet once in 2 months and they decide the monetary policy. So last month, in the month of October, the monetary policy came, and when it comes to the rates, more changes were not made. The policy rates. So since you are preparing for your banking exams, you are aware about the policy rates. So the CRR, which is right now 3.5%, the SLR, which is 18%, the repo, which is 5.5%. So in the last monetary policy, the policy rates were same. In this monetary policy also, major changes are not made. In fact, no changes made in the monetary policy rates, the policy rates. See, before I start this PPT, I've got advice to give you. See, whatever you are studying, whatever book you are studying, whomsoever coaching institute you are studying in, or whatever PDFs you are doing it, while you are going for the exam, at least 2 days before the exam, open the website of RBI. So listen to it very carefully. Open the website of RBI, and in the RBI website, in the left side, there is a tab known as the policy rates. Open that. In that tab, you will get all the policy rates at the same time. So CRR, SLR, repo, reverse repo, MSF, and try to mug them up. Trust me, it's going to be very helpful, right? So major monetary policy changes are not made, although by the Reserve Bank of India, but there are a few other things which was given in the fourth bi-monthly monetary policy of RBI, in which the one very important thing which I felt that you should know was the quota. The loan quotas have been changed. So, for an example, if you want to buy shares from the share market, can you take the loan from the bank? So, you can buy the shares via two means. One is IPO, which is the initial public offering from the primary market, right? And then the shares are resold in the secondary market, as you know. So, if you are buying the share from the primary market, you can take the loan from the bank and buy the shares. But from the secondary market, there are restrictions. So RBI have made certain changes in this also. So this is one of the updates of the monetary policy. The other update which was given in this monetary policy in the October was, say if there is a bank, Indian bank, let's say Bank of Maharashtra or say Punjab National Bank, having its branch in Bhutan. So if some Bhutanese wants to take the loan in rupee currency, they can take the loan from any Indian bank in Bhutan. So three countries, namely Bhutan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, uh, the Indian banks can give loan in Indian currency. Now, why it has been done? So reason is very simple. We want to enhance the acceptance of rupee in the rest of the world. So this is one of the reasons why it is done. So this is one thing which came in the recent monetary policy. Uh, Another thing was the about the cooperative banks. So you have the commercial banks, you have the cooperative banks. So cooperative banks can be rural cooperative banks and the urban cooperative banks. So earlier, when the customers of cooperative banks used to have any problem with that specific bank, the customers were given NABARD as an authority, which is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, whereas they can go and complain about the the bank. But now they can directly complain to RBI Ombudsman. This was one more thing which was told in the recent monetary policy. So these are certain things which were there in the monetary policy uh, of October 2025. You should be very clear, especially if that month is a monetary policy month, because there are many things apart from the rates, there are many other things which are told by the governor or the monetary policy committee. So monetary policy committee has 6 members in it, as I told you. And the chairperson of monetary policy committee is the governor. And one of the major tasks which is given to the MPC is the FIT, FIT, FIT. Can someone tell me what is the meaning of this word FIT? Full form. I will check in the YouTube. So give me 1 minute. Your answers. So give me 1 minute. So no answers. Full form of FIT, FIT. Okay. So the full form is flexible inflation targeting. So monetary policy committee members have this inflation targeting. I mean, they have to target inflation within the range of 2 to 6%, the CPI inflation, Consumers Price Index. Minimum inflation should be 2%, maximum 6%. So the band would be 4%. So who decides the inflation targeting? RBI governor, MPC, government? Who decides? Great. So Sushmita has given the answer, flexible inflation targeting. So that is the 2 to 6% inflation. Who decides that what should be the band of the inflation? So that is decided by the government of India. So remember this, that is not decided by RBI, and therefore whatever government says, RBI Monetary Policy Committee has to do that, because there are few members from government also in that committee. Anyways, without wasting the time, let us now start the MCQs. So here comes the MCQs. Question number 1. So on September 26, 2025, I will wait for your answers also for 1 minute, and then I'll start explaining the MCQs. So on September 26, 2025, which bank received an approval from the IMF, the International Financial Services Center Authority, IFSCA, to operate as a trading cum clearing member on the India International Bullion Exchange? So the bullion exchange is where the trading of gold and silver happens. Remember this. So bullion exchange is where the trading of gold and silver happens. So your time starts now. Which bank? So first thing first, let me give you the answer. The answer is Bank of Baroda. Bank of Baroda, one of the oldest bank of India. Who started Bank of Baroda? Any ideas? Any answers? No, SBI is not the right answer, Archana. Bank of Baroda was started by Sayaji Gaikwad, the Gaikwad Kings, one of the oldest banks of India. Although the oldest bank of India is Bank of Hindustan, but it was started by the Europeans. The first the bank which was started by Indians was Punjab National Bank. Lala Lajpat Rai started that bank. Nonetheless, so Gift City, Gujarat International Financial and Tech City. Uh, that's the only international financial tech city in India as of now. And how is this IFSC different from the other special economic zones in India? So let's suppose if you are opening a bank, if you have a bank in rest of the India, so you have to keep CRR, SLR, and other laws mentioned in the RBI Act. You have to follow those laws. But in Gift City, the laws are different because it promotes the foreign investment, the foreign companies, and so forth. So the laws of country, the financial laws of the country are not imposed in the international financial and tech city. Remember this. For an example, you have a IFSC in Dubai, whereas 100% of foreign direct investment is allowed in any of the companies presented in the IFSC in Dubai. The capital account convertibility is full. You can anytime take the money out. You can anytime invest the money and so forth. In fact, 0% income tax for 50 years. So these are few things which are there in the GIFT City. I mean, the IFSC. Right? So this IFSC authority would regulate all the IFSCs in India. Right? So it was made in 2019. Remember this? IFSC authority was made in 2019 by IFSC Authority Act 2019. Next question. Which international lending institution has projected India's economic growth at 6.5% each for financial year 26 and financial year 27? This news came in the month of October. So World Bank, IMF, ADB, AIIB, or NDB. 13 people in the classroom, speak up, write something on the chat box so that I should also know that you are reading the newspapers and you're all geared up for your upcoming banking exams preparation. Okay, so question number 2, the answer is ADB, which is Asian Development Bank. Now, recently, the chairperson of Asian Development Bank has been replaced. So this can be a question that who is the new chairperson of ADB? So I will write down the name. The new chairperson of ADB is Masato, Masato Kanda, Kanda. So this is what I call PIN, that is persons in news. So if you are preparing for banking exam, especially people related to the banking, economy and finance, you should remember the name and that should be by heart. For an example, who is the chairperson of 16th Finance Commission? Anyone who can answer this? A guess would be he's the ex vice chairman of Niti Aayog. Anyone? Nobody knows? Okay, so that's your homework. I'm also not telling you. Anyway, so see, uh, World Bank, for an example, Ajay Banga is the president of World Bank. International Monetary Fund, it has a managing director, so her name is Kristalina Georgieva. So you should remember these names. This can be asked as a person's in news in the exam. So World Bank and IMF are also known as Bretton Woods twins. Bretton Woods. So there was this conference which happened in 1944 in US. There is a place known as New Hampshire. So this conference happened there, and these two organizations came out of this Bretton Woods conference, and therefore these are known as Bretton Woods twins. World Bank provides the soft loans to the developing countries, and IMF provide assistance to the countries which are into the trouble of balance of payments. Like recently, when we were having some conflict with Pakistan and we were going for Operation Sindoor, that time IMF was criticized to give loans to Pakistan because Pakistan, as always, was facing the problem of balance of payments. Nonetheless, World Bank or ADB or AIIB or say New Development Bank, which is also known as BRICS Bank, these are all are known as the multilateral development banks. Multilateral means many countries came together and they started a bank. So, like BRICS Bank was started by these five countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And almost all the countries have equal share in BRICS Bank. The first chair of BRICS was an Indian, Mr. KV Kamath. AIIB is moreover a Chinese dominant bank, whereas around, if I'm not wrong, 27% share is of China. The second largest shareholder is India. You should also know the headquarters. So sometimes they ask where are the headquarters of World Bank. So that's in Washington DC, or say the Asian Infrastructure Bank is in Beijing, or New Development Bank is in Shanghai, and so forth. Anyways, so next question. Rekha is asking, sir, IMF also projected the same growth of 6.5%. What should we mark as the answer? So coming back to this question, I'm sorry. See, that's what I'm saying. While you are going for the exam, because see, it's not only IMF which is projecting the growth rate. You have World Bank as well, you have RBI as well, you have government as well. So in the specific month, the recent data, because in the month of October, this data came. So if the same data, if you're going, say, in the month of November for the exam, so you would see the data which was given by the concerned organization in the last month, the recent data. So that is how it is. I hope this answers the question. Uh, Pashyanti says, question is not fully visible. Kindly move your video screen. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll just try to move it. I'm not able to do it in the YouTube. James, if you can kindly see my, because of my video, the students are facing problem to see that on the YouTube. Can you kindly change the position of my video, James? Okay, we are trying this. I'm so sorry for this. So I'll read it. Which international leading institution has projected India's economic growth at 6.5% each for financial year 26 and financial year 27? And the answer for this question number 2 is third Asian Development Bank, ADB. Next question. Which among the following have launched contactless tap and pay payments for Indian cardholders using NFC enabled Android smartphones at merchant outlet in India? You just read it. I'll again try to change this. Give me 2 minutes if I can do something. Yes, if I switch off my video, the question is visible to you. So what I'll do is I'll switch off my video and you just read the question and then I'll switch it on. But before that, am I audible? Can you see my screen now? Please help me. Some of the students, please write this in your chat box. If I am audible, I'm not visible, I know, but if I'm audible and you can see my screen properly. Okay. So question number 3, the answer is fourth, PhonePe and MasterCard. So answer is fourth, PhonePe and MasterCard. No worries. Now, uh, the question says, which among the following have launched contactless tap and pay payments? See, digital payments is something you must be knowing that this time IBPS has come up with a specific thing that you have to know about the digital payments. So they would ask you questions related to the digital payments, and therefore everything related to digital payment, two things. One is digital payments and the other is RBI circulars. So recently RBI has come up with this circular of agency. The master circular came, which was talking about the agency banks. So agency banks, what are agency banks? For an example, RBI does a lot of things of government. Uh, so if let's say government has to make some payment, RBI on behalf of the government makes the payment, and there are many other things which are done by RBI on behalf of government. So everything which is given to RBI by the government cannot be done by RBI alone. So there are certain works whereas RBI, dedicate. No, I won't use this word. RBI would delegate the authority. No, delegation of authority. Yes. So RBI would delegate the work to some of the banks, maybe government banks, maybe SBI or PNB. So these banks would get the commission from the government via RBI, and these banks are known as the agency banks. So there was this, the circular came related to the agency banks. There are chances that this year, while you'll be going for the IBPS mains, you might see uh, the IBPS is asking you about the RBI circulars, maybe something related to the agency banks. So therefore, two things, RBI circular and the digital payments, even the full forms. For an example, UPI is promoted a lot, and I'm sure that all of you are aware what is the full form of UPI. So that is Unified Payment Interface, or maybe RFID, that is used in FASTag. That is also provided by the somehow banks are connected. So the full form of RFID is radio frequency identification, uh, so forth. Or maybe the other things related to the digital payments, RTGS or NEFT. So you should be clear with the full forms, especially when it comes to the digital payments. Anyways, another question which can come out of this is who is the owner of this company, PhonePe? I will wait on the chat box if you'll tell me which company is owning PhonePe, which is one of the preferred UPI. Okay, I think nobody knows. So the owner of PhonePe is Flipkart. Yes, PhonePe was started by Flipkart. Nonetheless, let's move further. Question number 4. You can also say Walmart, Rekha. Walmart, because Walmart owns around 70% of Flipkart. So yes, it can also be a right answer. Nonetheless, question number fourth. Niti Aayog launched a tax policy working paper to boost foreign investment. Which optional scheme does it propose for foreign companies? See, here I would say you should know about NITI, the full form, which is National Institution for Transforming India. Even you should know the full form. You should know which year NITI was made. So NITI was made in year 2015. The chairman of NITI Aayog is the Prime Minister himself. And NITI was made closing the Planning Commission, which was made by the Congress government. So these are few facts related to Niti Aayog. You should know the current vice chairman of Niti Aayog. So the name of the vice chairman of Niti Aayog is Mr. Suman Berry. Because Niti Aayog comes up with lot of data every 2-3 months. For an example, it gives the data of multi-dimensional party. It gives multi-dimensional party index MDPI, according to which Bihar is the poorest state of India. Even we know this. Uh, so in India, the multi-dimensional party index is given by Niti Aayog. Can someone tell me globally which organization gives the multi-dimensional party index? I'm waiting for the answer. I think because of the lag in the YouTube uh, live and I'm speaking, there's a different time zone. So I'm getting the answers late. So I'll wait for a few more minutes before I move further. I'm saying that in India, the multi-dimensional party index is given by Niti Aayog. Which body gives the multi-dimensional party index globally? So the multi-dimensional party index is given by UNDP, United Nations Development Program globally. Remember this. Nonetheless, question number 4. The answer is 1. Industry specific presumptive taxation scheme. What is the meaning of presumptive taxation? So let me explain what is the meaning of this. See, uh, let's suppose an airline company, if earning the profit, it has to give the corporation tax, right? If an airline company is earning the profit, it has to give in the corporation tax. Now, no, Kunal, I'm explaining this. It's not presume. It's like, yes, we can say this, but let me tell you what happens. So maybe this company has to give its share of tax after declaring how much profit it got. But the government says that we would assume that by selling every ticket, this company is getting the profit of maybe 500 rupees. So we will assume that this company is going to earn this much of profit and will ask for the tax. In that, companies would not be worried about what is going to be my profit at the end of the financial year. So we'll assume that this much you are going to get and we'll take the tax. We'll not go and audit your books and so forth. So that would be kind of the ease of doing business which Niti Aayog is promoting. Anyways, let's move towards the next question. So I'll just again switch off my video. Next question says, IndusInd Bank Limited's promoter IIHL Mauritius has acquired a 100% stake in Sterling Bank of. Question number 5. Okay, here what you need to understand is this IndusInd Bank belongs to Hinduja Group. Hinduja, a UK based Indian Hinduja. Now, this family was into some feud related to the property, but this is not a topic to discuss today. So, question number 5, the answer is 3, Bahamas. So, nothing to discuss much. Moving towards the next question. Question number 6. Which Indian Ocean island is witnessing a large wave of protest in different parts of the country for the past 3 weeks and is also demanding the resignation of its president? So the answer is, although there are the neighboring country of India also recently faced a protest which is also known as the Gen Z protest, because of which the government was toppled. Can someone tell me which country I'm talking about? The very neighbor of India, which faced the Gen Z protest. Okay, so it was still waiting for the answer. Maybe yes, Rekha came up with the answer. Good, Rekha. So that was Nepal, right? So yes. Here it is Madagascar. Good, Kunal. It is Nepal. Only 2, 3 people are participating. Come on, uh, at least try the answers. Yes, good. Sandarbhadana. Madagascar is the answer. So this is known as, in Madagascar, this is known as Gen Z Mada. Gen Z Mada. Same problem, corruption. Like Nepal, what happened? The youth were deprived from the internet, and therefore they started protesting. Here, people are not happy with the government because of corruption and so forth. So, happened in Madagascar. Okay. Uh, Another thing, Maldives. Yes, I just a few days ago I read a current affair about Maldives. The name of the president is Mohammad Muizu, and Maldives became the first country which has banned the sale of generational sale of tobacco. I mean, after a specific year, if you are born, you will not be given tobacco. You cannot buy it, and if some uh, shopkeeper will sell you the tobacco, that shopkeeper will also be fined and jailed and so forth. So it became the first country which has started generational ban on tobacco, which is a good move for sure. Anyways, question number 7. Who was appointed as the brand ambassador of Viksit Bharat? So question number 7. Who was appointed as the brand ambassador of Viksit Bharat? Yes, very good. Shubhanshu Shukla. Shubhanshu Shukla. Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, known for piloting the Axiom 4. The name of the mission was Axiom 4. Remember this. So, mission of International Space Station 2025, Axiom 4. Yes, good, very good. Moving the slide. Which country slash group a regulatory body has launched a retail sandbox for its central bank digital currency, allowing fintech firms to build and test solutions as part of the ongoing pilot? Although the answer of this question is, of course, RBI, but there are few technical terms given here. For an example, a very important technical term is central bank digital currency. So, if you are asked, so there is something known as what I should say, the descriptive writing. Whereas many bank exams would ask you to write a small, maybe a application, or sometimes a banking current affair is given to write a write-up, say for 100 words, 150, 200 words. So in that case, you should be able to write on such difficult issues given. For an example, if you are given a write-up on central bank digital currency, you should know what is CBDC. So CBDC is a legal tender. First thing first, it's a legal tender. It's a legal tender issued by a central bank. So in case of India, this central bank digital currency, or also known as e-rupee, is issued by RBI. Although it works on blockchain, and there is another thing which works on blockchain, which is not legal tender in India. So the cryptocurrencies, right? But then this is not cryptocurrency because it is backed by the central bank. So the CBDC is backed by Reserve Bank of India. So it's just like they are not printing the notes. Instead of that, they are issuing the digital currency. And it is exchangeable. I mean, if you give the digital currency, you would get the notes, right? But you won't get anything by exchanging the cryptocurrencies. I mean, no hard currency you would get, right? Right. So it also has wallet. You must be knowing hot wallet, cold wallet, like cryptocurrencies. This is also backed by blockchain. But here in the central bank digital currency, you have the guarantee of the central bank. So it is although inspired by the bitcoins, but it is different. So the bitcoins are not issued by the state. However, this is issued by the state, right? Yes, they can ask about crypto also. So read about the central bank digital currency. In digital awareness, they can ask you about this. So how it is made, which technology is behind the CBDC. So that is blockchain. There is another thing which were there in the news, whereas RBI giving RBI governor giving the warning that please do not trust the stable coins. So there is another crypto which is known as stable coin. So stable coin has the backup of dollars or the gold for that matter. But the RBI governor says please do not buy or trade in stable coins because that would promote dollarization because it is backed up by dollar. So we want to replace dollar by some currency so that the hegemony of US because of dollars, right? So stable coins, the governor said that you should avoid trading in stable coins. Those who are unaware, read about the stable coins a bit. Anyways, so I'm moving towards the next question. Question number 10. I'm sorry, question number 9. Which among the following companies are named Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma as their global brand ambassador? Question number 9. Coming to you. Okay, it's not Paytm. Question number 9. The answer is second, Pay10. Atul Mehta is the founder of Pay10. So UPI, the private companies has done miracles in UPI. Maybe GPay or PhonePe or uh, recently the Super Money. So these are doing really very good. But the government UPI channel, which is also known as BHIM, which is made by NPCI itself, Bharat Interface for Money. So government is thinking that we should also have some UPI app like PhonePe or GPay, but they're not able to do it. Anyways, so question number 9 is done. I'm not discussing much about that. Moving further, question number 10. As part of the planned global expansion based digital finance firm Revolt will launch its payment platform in India with an aim to reach 20 million customers by 2030. Now, this was the news which came in the business page of most of the newspapers, if you have gone through that. So, question number 10, the answer is UK, the United Kingdom. There are many big banks coming from UK. Standard Chartered is from UK. You would surprise to know even HSBC. The full form is Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank Corporation. So people often get confused that this bank belongs to uh, Hong Kong or China or some country like that. But this is also from UK, HSBC, uh, which, if I'm not wrong, installed the first ATM in India. If I'm not wrong, HSBC was the first bank to install ATM in India. Okay, moving the slide. Question number 11. Which among the following is a subsidiary of NPCI? Now, this NPCI is responsible for many things. Let me first tell you what are those things for which NPCI is responsible. Because this is a body which is almost doing all the digital payments in India. I mean, facilitating all the digital payments in India. So question number 11 is very important. So first thing first, in 2008, NPCI came into existence, right? And it's a not-for-profit company, not-for-profit company, according to the Companies Act. So it was found by 10 private and government banks earlier, right? So it's not a PSU as well. because the private banks are also having the shareholding in that. Even in 2020, uh, uh, Amazon Pay, Paytm, Phone Pay, they also got share in this. They also became the shareholder. Now there are many things. See, let me list down. BBPS, Bharat Bill Payment System, facilitated by National Payments Corporation of India. NACH, National Automated Clearing House, clearing of checks via the image, digital image. Right. Then National Financial Switch, NFS. You must be knowing that all uh, the the bank's ATMs are connected to a common server, which is also facilitated by NPCI. Right. Then CTS, check truncation system, also done by NPCI. Then what else? Beam, Bharat Interface for Money. See, whatever full forms I told you, try to mug these up, right? Anything can be asked when it comes to digital payments. Then, of course, UPI, Unified Payment Interface, and RuPay, which is the eighth or seventh, I think seventh or eighth payment gateway of world, which is also facilitated by NPCI. So NPCI is doing lot many things, making the apps for the banks and so forth. UPI. So question number 11th becomes very important because we have NPCI here. So the answer of question number 11th is all of the above. Right, Rika, right, Tazwar. See, Tazwar is saying, can we go faster? What about others? You want me to go fast or the speed is okay? Because only one student, I cannot increase my speed. Others, if you are also okay with that, I can increase my speed. Please tell me on the chat box. I'm waiting so that I can go fast. And if you're okay with my speed, I can continue with the same speed. So Tazwar is saying that I have to increase my speed. What about others? Rekha, Kunal, Sandvardhana. We are waiting for the for your answer, and then I'll do accordingly. Moving towards the next slide. Question number 12. The RBI has cancelled the license of Jijamata Mahila Sehkari Bank based in Dash. See, all of them are okay with the same speed, Tazwar, because I have to explain the things also. I can also go fast, but then I won't be able to explain in details. But I'll try to be a bit fast, don't worry. Question number 12. The RBI has cancelled the license of Jijamata Mahila Sehkari Bank. Question number 12. The answer is fourth, Satara, Maharashtra. So there is a body known as DICG, Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee. Who is the boss? So RBI is the boss. So every bank has to go for insurance. On every 100 rupees deposit, they have to pay 12 paisa. Right. So let's say if the bank is closed, this body, which is owned by RBI, would give the money to the depositors up to 5 lakhs, right? So if you have 2 lakhs in your account, you'll get 2 lakhs. If you have 10 lakhs in your account, you'll get 5 lakhs, right? So, anyways, answer of 12th is 4th. Moving forward. Question number 13th. The International Monetary Fund has stated that the global economy is projected to grow by dash percentage this year. So again, recent one, as I told you. So question number 13th, the answer is second, third, 3%. Okay. Question number 14th. Who among the following has been elected as the president-elect of the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce? FICCI. Question number 14th. The answer is fourth, Anant Goenka, who is also the vice chairman of RPG Group. And the full form of RPG is Ram Prasad Goenka Group. And Mr. Goenka would succeed Mr. Harshvardhan Agrawal. Harshvardhan Agrawal is the vice chairman and MD of Imami Group, Imami Cream and everything. So this FICCI was founded in 1927, is a representative organization of industries in India, one of the oldest. So 1927 it was founded, FICCI. Anyways, moving further, question number 15. India has been placed at dash in the 2025 Henley Passport Index, offering visa-free access to 57 countries. Question number 15. The answer is 85th, which I feel is not very good. Which company topped? Can someone guess? Although I think the question would talk about that. Anyone, which company topped this index? So India was 80th in 2024. Now it is slipped to 85th. And do not ask about Pakistan. That's on 103rd position. So Iran, Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Yemen, these are bottom countries. Can someone tell me which country must have topped? No, it's not South Korea, it's Singapore, which topped. So if you have Singaporean passport, you can travel 195 destinations. Impressive 195 destinations. And then number two, you have, yes, some European Union countries and South Korea. US is ninth. Earlier it was second. Trump effect. Anyways, question number 15 is 85th. Moving towards the next question. Question number 16. Who became the first Indian to summit all 9 peaks after successfully climbing Mount Cho-Oyu recently? So question number 16. The answer is third, Bharat Theminini. Moving towards the next question. Question number 17. Pankaj Dheer. No, some of you might not be knowing Pankaj Dheer, but you must have seen Chennai Express, whereas you had Thangabali. So Thangabali's father was Pankaj Dheer. Some of the young generation know him like this. But anyways, does someone know the answer of question number 17? What was his role in the epic serial by B.R. Chopra's Mahabharat? Pankaj Dheer. Okay, he became Karna in Mahabharat. Okay, moving. Question number 18th. No, Karna, not Yudhishthir. See, I told you, you people must not be knowing him because Mahabharata was a very old serial which was aired in the COVID. I don't know how many of you have seen that. Question number 18th. Which automobile company has named Tarun Garg as the first Indian MD and CEO? Question number 18th. So, question number 18th is fourth Hyundai Motors. Hyundai belongs to South Korea. So these are a few big companies which are also known as South Korean chaebols. Hyundai, Samsung, Kia, LG, and so forth. Question number 19th. Which among the following has been recommended as the host city for the Commonwealth Games 2030? Question number 19. So the answer is Ahmedabad. So India last hosted Commonwealth Games in 2010 and the host city was Delhi. Sorry. And then this was a famous Commonwealth game scam which happened in 2010. I won't discuss about it much because it is an old scam, but this was one of the biggest scams of India's history. So question number 19 is second Ahmedabad. 2026 Commonwealth Games. Which city, which country would host 2026? So 2026 Commonwealth Games are going to be held in anyone? Glasgow. Where is Glasgow? Scotland. UK. No, no, that's not Saudi. Glasgow. Yes, very good. Question number 20th. India's gift city has been ranked dash in the 38th edition of the Global Financial Centers Index, GFCI 38 ranking. Question number 20th. And the answer is second, 43rd. So this data is given by an institute known as CDI, China Development Institute. So the top financial center of the world was New York. New York is in news these days because of its mayor, and I'm sure you know why it is in news and what is the name of the mayor and so forth. I won't discuss this much. And then number two is London, UK. Number three is Hong Kong, and then India is on 43rd. Okay, nice. Moving towards the next slide. Question number 21. India has been elected unopposed to the Human Rights Council for the seventh time for a 3-year term. Identify the correct statement given below. So the statement says some of the other elected members for the term included Angola, China, Ecuador, Egypt, Estonia, Iraq, Italy, Mauritius, Pakistan, and Slovenia. The second statement says the UN Human Rights Councils consist of 47 member states. The third says member states elected by the UNGA under equitable geographic distribution rules. So question number 21st, the answer is all are correct. 1, 2, and 3. Good, Sandarbhadhara. So this UN Human Rights Council, sometimes they ask you as I told you when I was starting this class. Sometimes they also ask you that where are the headquarters. So you should remember the headquarter of the organization known as the Human Rights Council is in Geneva, Switzerland. Another organization which is famous for facilitating the trade between the countries is also in Geneva, Switzerland. Can someone name that organization, the UN related organization, which has its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland? It has a female director general and she is from Africa. So I gave you this much content. Now tell me which organization I'm talking about. Very good, Kunal. Very good, Tazwar. WTO. I think, Tazwar, now you are okay with the speed. You want me to go a bit more fast, so please do let me know. Anyways. Yes, it's World Trade Organization. Very good. No, it's not ITUC, it's World Trade Organization. And it has a director general, and the African lady is the director general of WTO. Anyways, I'm moving the slide, switching off the video so that it won't overlap the questions. Question number 22. Raila Odinga, who died at a private hospital in Ernakulam district of Kerala, was a former prime minister of question number 22nd. Okay, so question number 22nd, the answer is third Kenya. He was here in Kerala, which is famous for the Ayurvedic treatment. And after his death, there were many discussions on the Ayurvedic therapy of India. So people were questioning whether this therapy is authentic or not, whether the Ayurveda can be accepted or not. So there were certain discussions and apprehensions which were going on the social media like Twitter and other pages. Anyways, moving the slide, question number 23, Ravi Nayak, who passed away recently, was the former chief minister of question number 23rd. And the answer of question number 23rd is third Goa. Goa was in the news this month, uh, and the news is Goa imposed NSA, National Security Act, for the 3 months. 3 months starting December, January, and February. And these 3 months are known as the peak tourist season for Goa. And if Goa imposes NSA, that means the police persons can arrest anyone without any warrant, and they can um, fill them in jail for even a year without any formal judicial inquiry. So this is going on. Nonetheless, moving further. Which country has been elected to the prestigious position of co-chair of the Regional Committee of the UN Global Geospatial Information Management for Asia and the Pacific? Question number 24th, and the answer is third, India. Moving further, question number 25, the fifth fifth Khelo India University Games will be held in 7 cities of Dash from November 24th, 2025. So question number 25th is third, Rajasthan. Question number 26, which among the following has topped the 38th edition of the Global Financial Center Index ranking? I told you a few minutes ago, and the answer is New York. Question number 27. Which city will host the 11th India International Science Festival from 6th to 9th December under the theme Vigyan se Samriddhi for Atmanirbhar Bharat? Question number 27. And the answer is fourth, Chandigarh. Now here I need to discuss few things with you because this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan was launched by the Prime Minister in 2020. First thing first to remember. So when it was launched in 2020, and it aims to boost the self-reliance. So we should not be dependent on countries like China or US or any other manufacturing country. So it calls for the self-reliance. It is not protectionism. It is self-reliance. Protectionism is done by Trump, who says that if the foreign companies would come and sell their product here, I'll put the tariff. We say that we'll become self-reliant. It is also supporting MSMEs, micro, small, and medium enterprises. It would create jobs, it would strengthen industries, and it would revive the Indian economy. So this is very important for you to understand the genesis of Atmanirbhar Bharat. There are many schemes which comes under Atmanirbhar. So read about that. Anyways, moving further. Question number 24. Who among the following has authored the book titled Shivam Subham, the biography of a couple related to MS Subbulakshmi and T. Sadasivam? Now, before I give you the answer of this, you should know who was Subbulakshmi. So she was a celebrated Indian Carnatic singer, and she was from Madurai, Tamil Nadu. And remember, Subbulakshmi was the first musician ever to be awarded the Bharat Ratna. So Bharat Ratna, as you know, is the highest civilian award given in India. So Subbulakshmi became the first musician to be awarded this Bharat Ratna. Can somebody tell me, again, the question is different, not from this. Can someone tell me how much money is given in Bharat Ratna as a prize? Any ideas? If this is asked in SBI, would ask, SBI asks lot many questions apart from banking, also the current affairs. So if they ask how much money is given in the highest civilian award, which was given to MS Swaminathan posthumous, Lal Krishna Advani, and few more people, anyone, how much money is given? So Kunal is saying 8 lakhs, 12 lakhs. So no, there is no money involved in Bharat Ratna. Zero. Anyways, uh, see, such are the questions. For an example, there is something as payment banks, right? So how much loan can a payment bank offer? 1 lakh, 5 lakh, or 10 lakh? Come on, I give you three figures. Tell me how much loan can payment bank offer you? So payment bank cannot give the loan, right? Anyways, fair enough. Moving question number 28. The answer of this question is second. Question number 29. The Sultan of Johor Cup is an annual international under 21 men's field hockey tournament held in. Question number 29. The answer is Malaysia. Third. Question number 30th. The 13th edition of the ICC Women's ODI World Cup in 2025 was hosted jointly by, this you might be knowing. Okay, so the 13th edition of the ICC Women's ODI World Cup in 2025 was jointly hosted by Sri Lanka and India. Good. Question number 31. India has been recently re-elected to Part 2 of the Council of the International Civil Aviation Organization, whose headquarters is at question number 31st. And the answer is third, Montreal, Canada. So this ICAO is a specialized United Nations agency. So there are two types of agencies of United Nations. One is specialized agency, the other is related agency. Internal difference is like there are a few organizations such as World Bank, IMF. These are known as specialized agencies because they fulfill all the requirements of UN. And then there are related agencies like WTO, which may not fulfill all the requirements of UN. So this ICAO is a specialized United Nations agency. It was established in 1944. There was this convention which happened in Chicago, and there this organization came into existence. So, as the name suggests, what it does, it sets the global standards for peaceful aviation and so forth. So, headquartered in Montreal, as I told you. How many member countries are there? So, there are 193 member countries of this ICAO. Ideally, you should know the member countries of big UN organizations. Like how many member countries are the part of World Bank or IMF or maybe WTO and so forth. Okay, let's move. Question number 32. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari has inaugurated India's first electric truck battery swapping station. Question number 32nd. Where it was inaugurated? So the answer is Haryana, Sonipat. So question number 32, the answer is third. Okay. Question number 33. With an estimated $1.4 billion net worth to his name, who became the first footballer in the world to be designated a billionaire? Who else? And I'm sure that you also know the name. So I'll wait for 2 minutes for your answers and then I'll move further. Yes, very good. It's Ronaldo, a Portuguese footballer. Okay, moving. The RBI has released details of the country's external debt for the quarter ending June 2025, which instrument constitutes the largest component of India's external debt. So, a country can have two types of debt. It can be internal debt, it can be external debt. So, if I say that if a country is buying internally, it is buying from which organization? Can I get the answer, please? Let's suppose if India is borrowing internally, which organization it would be borrowing from? Of course, it can borrow from its own citizen as well, but any specific organization you people are aware of? Whereas government can take loans internally. So it can take loan internally from the Reserve Bank of India. It can take loan from citizens as well by issuing instruments like Kisan Vikas Patra and so forth. While it is taking external loans, it can take loan from IMF, World Bank, Asian Development Banks. At present, Indian government, remember this and listen to it very carefully. At present, Indian government cannot borrow, or I won't say cannot, it does not borrow from the international capital market directly, right? So Indian government has less external debt, it has more internal debt, which is good. Because while you are borrowing, let's suppose while you borrowed from some country, let's say IMF or some other country, and you are borrowing in dollar. Let's suppose 3 years ago, dollar was 70 rupees. Now, if you have to repay, dollar is 85, 88. That means you have to pay more. So external debt is not good. Anyways, so question number 34, the answer is loans. Okay, moving further. Question number 35. According to new RBI directions, which of the following corporate instruments are available for investments from the surplus rupee balance in the special rupee Vostro account? So, especially after this US tariffs, these Nostro and Vostro accounts are in the news, and there are good chances that it can be asked in the exam. So you need to see, since we are running short of time, we have only half an hour left. So I'm giving you homework. After this class, you would research certain things. One is Vostro account. Other is Nostro. The meaning of one Vostro is yours, and meaning of Nostro is ours, O-U-R-S, ours and yours, right? And then foreign currency non-residential accounts, FCNR, NRO, NRE. Now your homework is try to find out the internal differences in these accounts, bank accounts. So these are different types of bank accounts associated with foreign currency transactions. Right. This is what I can tell you. What is this all about? I want you to research. Right. So 35th, the answer is 1 and 2. So one is non-convertible debentures and two is commercial papers. So debentures can be of two types, convertible and non-convertible. So a debenture which can be converted into share is known as convertible debenture, which cannot be converted into share, or you can say debt which can be converted into equity is known as convertible debentures. And if it cannot be converted into equity, it is known as the non-convertible debentures. Anyways, next question. On 30th September, the RBI presented the major developments relating to India's external debt as at the end of June 2025. In this connection, which of the following statements are correct? Question number 36. So answer is 1, 2, and 3. So now you know external debt, what is external debt, what is internal debt, and so forth. So I won't discuss this much. Data right now is not important. But if you are taking exam before January next year, yes, that becomes important. I'll give you a very good idea. If you are any of you is taking the exam in after January, on 31st January, there is a very important document which is presented by the Government of India, which is known as the Economic Survey. It is presented by the Chief Economic Advisor, CEA. The current CEA is V. Anant Nageshwar. He is going to present the economic survey on 31st of Jan. If you have any exam scheduled after 31st of Jan, I would strongly recommend you to read the economic survey. It would give you authentic data about every aspect of economy, maybe GDP or inflation or unemployment data or whatsoever you want to know. If someone is taking the RBI exam, it's very important to read the economic survey. If the exam is before 31st of January 2026, read the economic survey which was presented on 31st of January 2025. Okay, uh, moving towards the next slide, question number 37, which says, what is the limit for ways and means advances? Now you need to understand what is ways and means advances, and then I'll give you the answer. Or before I explain, I'll give you the answer. So answer of question number 37 is 250,000 crores. Now I'm going to explain ways and means advances. It's important and therefore I'm explaining you. See, there is a term known as fiscal deficit. I'm sorry. So the government makes the budget, and budget is presented by the finance minister on first working day of Feb, right? The government says this much money we are going to earn and this much money we are going to spend in the coming financial year. So budget is an estimate. Let's say government said we are going to earn 10 lakhs and we are going to spend maybe 9 lakhs. That means 1 lakh rupees would be the surplus, right? But reverse happened. Government earned 9 lakh and spended 10 lakh. So now it's a big hole of 1 lakhs. Now government has to borrow this money to keep the operations running smoothly. So there are two ways by which government borrows the money, right? You know this, internally and externally. So fiscal deficit is what? Fiscal deficit is budgetary deficit plus the borrowings by the government, right? For a complete financial year, for one financial year. But sometimes what happens midway, 2 months, 3 months, government is into deficit. Maybe COVID came, and because of COVID, government had more expenditure, less income, shops were closed, government was not getting GST, people lost their jobs, they were not paying the taxes. So because of this, government was into the deficit midway. Now, to fulfill this deficit, government borrows from RBI for short term. Short term is maximum 3 months. So while government is borrowing from the RBI for short term, that is known as WMA or ways and means advances. I hope I was able to explain this to all of you. So RBI has this limit that you cannot borrow more than this. So that is 50,000 crores, right? Moving further, switching off the video. Who among the following is the chairman of the advisory group of regulation AGR constituted by the RBI? Question number 38, and there are few names given. A question which says takes the name of few people. Uh, Question number 38. The answer is Rana Ashutosh Kumar Singh, Managing Director, SBI. Okay. Question number 39th. Based on the RBI Supervisory Data Quality Index for June 25, identify the group that achieved the top SDQI score among all the groups. Question number 39, and the answer is third, small finance bank. So these banks are doing really very good. Their data reporting is up to the mark and so forth, was told by the Reserve Bank of India. Question number 40. The Monetary Policy Committee of RBI held its 57th meeting from September 29 to October 1st. The MPC had decided to keep the policy repo rate under the liquidity adjustment facility unchanged at what is the present repo. See, I'm again telling you, before you go to the exam, at least 2 days before you open the website of RBI, try to mug up all the rates, right? So question number 40th, the answer is second, 5.5. And I'm sure I don't have to explain repo. So moving the slide further. Question number 41. Identify key measures announced by the Governor of RBI on October 1st, 2025. So question number 41st. And the answer is 1, 2, and 3. All are correct. Question number 42. Again, the statement of RBI that we have already discussed, Bhutan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. So question number 42nd. The answer is fourth. See, while you study about RBI, you need to know everything related to RBI. Because RBI is known as bankers to bank. So all the responsibilities RBI has, for an example, I'll show you a flow chart. See what are the things which are done by RBI. So RBI is the controller of RBI is a controller of inflation. One. So RBI controls the inflation by flexible inflation targeting, as I told you. RBI also controls the foreign exchange. So there is an act known as FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act, which gives RBI the power to control the inflow and outflow of foreign currency. Right? It controls the banks and NBFCs, all India financial institutes like NABARD, like SIDBI, and so forth. It also controls the digital payments by Payment and Settlement Act 2007, right? So it regulates the entities. It is also known as banker to the government. It is also known as banker to banks. It also does the financial inclusion. That means finance facilities for all the sections of society, including pension, bank account, insurance, knowledge of investment, so forth. It also does the consumer protection via running the portal like Sachet or the campaigns like RBI Kehta Hai, right? It publishes the data. It also does the international cooperation, all the licensing with International Monetary Fund or the BIS, Bank of International Settlement, is done by RBI. So इतनी सारी चीजें हैं which are done by RBI, and See, I told you in short, but you have to read this in details. Trust me. Especially if you are taking RBI exam, you should know each and everything about RBI. Moving the slide. The International Day of the Girl Child is celebrated every year on 11th October. So it's first. Question number 44. What is the theme of 2025 International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer? See, right now the COP30 is going on in Brazil, Belém, and very soon the discussions would be covered in the newspapers. Kindly read that carefully. This time it is more on implementation than coming up with new rules. So read that carefully because global warming is a, 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 a problem of all the countries. So question number 44 is second from science to global action. Question number 45. Which of the following banks were brought under the ambit of the RBI integrated ombudsman scheme? We discussed this. So we're talking about the cooperative banks. Question number 45, and the answer is fourth, one and two, central and state cooperative banks, and not primary agricultural credit societies. Okay. Question number 46. According to the Handbook of Statistics of on Indian Economy 2025 released by the RBI, identify the top import commodity. And usually this commodity is always a top imported commodity for India, whether the data is published by RBI or it is published by the Economic Survey. Usually this is the thing which we import a lot because around 80% of our requirement is imported. We don't produce here much in India. So question number 46, the answer is first crude oil, which has been of late became a very big issue between US and India. Trump says buy it from us and don't buy it from Russia or 100% tariff and so forth. Anyways, question number 47, which of the following financial regulators does not have its own regulatory sandbox? So the answer is fifth. So question number 47th is fifth. So regulatory sandbox is nothing but it refers to live testing of new products in a regulatory environment. So PFRDA does not have it. Ideally, you should know the names of the bosses of all the organizations given here and the headquarters. Like I'll tell you one only. SEBI has its headquarters in Mumbai, and the SEBI chair is Mr. Tuhin Kanta Pandey. So this is how you need to remember all. Moving further, question number 48. The president of which country is the first speaker of the high-level general debate? See, when it comes to UN General Assembly session, it's a rule or it's a tradition that it's always Brazil which speaks first, and then second is always US. So even not only the 80th session, but all the sessions, it's always Brazil to speak first. Okay. Question number 49. Who among the following became the first Indian to receive the IUC and WCPA? Uh, so the answer is 49th. The answer is Dr. Sonali Ghosh. Dr. Sonali Ghosh is the chief of the Kaziranga National Park, which is famous for its one-horned rhino. So question number 49 is first. Question number 50th. A non-fund based facility from among the following facilities offered by bank to customer. Non-fund means the cash is not involved. So term loan cash is involved, overdraft cash is involved, cash credit, name says cash involved, credit card, cash, letter of credit, cash is not involved. So the answer is guys, you must be remembering Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi. Mehul Choksi was recently in news. He was being extradited from one country to India. So letter of credit, whereas the bank gives the guarantee of somebody else. So like PNB took the guarantee of Nirav Modi. It issued the letter of credit. Okay. So moving further. Question number 51. So the position of Director General of UNESCO. So the full form of UNESCO is United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization. So question number, yes, you are right. Rakha is Belgium. Question number 51. The answer is second. Khalid Al-Anani is the first Arab and Egyptian to lead this UNESCO. Question number 52. The following are some of the abbreviations featured in banking and money laundering. Identify the wrong match. So first is correct, anti-money laundering. Second is correct, adjusted net bank credit. Fourth is correct, Banking Codes and Standards Board of India. Fifth is correct, benchmark prime lending rate. Incorrect is BCBS, which is Basel Committee on Banking Supervision and not Systems. So there is a bank in Basel, Switzerland, which is known as BIS, Bank of International Settlement. In this bank, there is a committee known as Basel Committee, which set the standards for the banks. Question number 53. Which the following is not a function of the RBI? So it regulates the financial system, it does. Manager of foreign exchange, it does. Issuer of currency, it does. A regulator and supervisor of payment and settlement system, yes, 2007. Fifth is wrong. And this is an easy catch. Who is the regulator of capital markets? Come on, tell me in the chat box so that I would come to know that you're not sleeping. Who is the regulator of the capital markets? Yes, very good. So the regulator of capital market is SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. Very good, Rakha. Okay, question number 54. Which country will host the fifth Coast Guard Global Summit in 2027? So 54, the answer is India. Question number 55. The World Food India 25 event was organized by the Ministry of Food Processing Industries in September 25 in question number 55 is first New Delhi. I would go fast with these questions because there is nothing to explain. Just the question and the answer. No, it's New Delhi and not Ranchi. Question number 56. Indian Navy Submarine Rescue Unit INS Nistar. I'm sorry. So it participated in exercise Pacific Reach hosted by 56. So the answer of this question is second, Singapore. We also have the military exercise with Singapore known as Simbax. Question number 57. India's 7 new natural sites are included in UNESCO tentative list. So these 2 sites are located in where? Question number 57. So the answer is second, Andhra Pradesh. Tirumala Hills, you must be knowing, is the home of the famous Tirupati Mandir, the Tirupati temple. Okay. Uh, Question number 58. NPCI has announced a revision of limits of P2M transactions. That means the peer to merchant. So these are certain limits which were changed by UPI recently by NPCI. So question number 58, the answer is 1, 2, and 3. All correct. Okay. Question number 59 on 25th September 25, the foreign ministers of G4 countries met. Which country is not a member of G4? So 59th, the answer is South Korea is not the member of G4. You should be knowing about the summits, SARC, BIMSTEC, SCO, ASEAN. So recently there is this ASEAN summit which happened in, if I'm not wrong, South Korea, whereas Trump and Xi Jinping met. So important to know the recent summits and where it happened. So for question number 60th, the Ministry of Statistics, yani MOSPI, the Government of India released the 4th issue of the publication Children in India. Which of the following statement is correct about this statement? So IMR or U5MR or overall birth rate. So the question number 60th answer is 4th, all correct. Now this is a cute mammal which is found in the seabed. His name is dugong. So it is located in Park Bay. Park Bay is 50-50 divided between Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu. So question number 61, answer is Tamil Nadu. Question number 62, according to MOSPI, the title Environmental Accounting on Forest 2025. We are going to have 80 questions. So very soon we are going to finish up this class. Don't worry. So according to the MOSPI publication titled Environmental Accounting on Forest, India's forest cover grew by this much. Which state accounts for the largest increase in forest cover? So question number 62, the answer is Kerala. One more homework. Kerala government had certain problems with union government recently on PM Shri, which comes under new education policy. What was the controversy? Read. Important for you to know. Question number 63. Which IT has been nominated by India as a UN Center of Excellence for an Artificial Intelligence? So, question number 63, the answer is IIT Madras. Second, no, it's not IIT Delhi. Question number 64, identify the correct statements in the light of the recently enacted Indian Ports Act 2025. So there are two types of ports. You have major ports and minor ports. Major ports are owned by the central government and minor are owned by the states. So question number 64, the answer is all 1, 2, and 3. Question number 65. MSMEs, the Ministry of MSME celebrated MSME Seva Parv, where it was celebrated. Places in news. So question number 65 is Varanasi, UP. Question number 66. So EFTA, so India European Free Trade Association TEPA came into effect on 1st October. Identify the country that is not a member of EFTA. So Netherlands is not the member of EFTA. Read about this FTA, very important. This is the first time a guarantee of job generation is given in this FTA. So you should read about this. Question number 67. The following abbreviations are featured in RBI abbreviation list. You need to again find out the incorrect abbreviation, which is FMCG. It should be fast moving consumer goods and not customer goods. Question number 68. The IMI organized the 12th Sustainable Mountain Development Summit in places in news. Question number 68 is second, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Two wetlands, Gokul Jalashay and Udaipur Jheel, have attained the Ramsar site status. Identify the location of these two sites. See, Ramsar sites you need to know a bit about. It is the Ramsar Convention, which was adopted in 1971 in Ramsar, Iran. Right. So therefore, it is known, the wetlands are known as Ramsar sites. Right. Answer is Bihar. India's cold desert biosphere reserve in Dash has been included in UNESCO's World Network of Biosphere Reserves. Question number 70th. The answer is Himachal Pradesh. Identify the top ranked country from among the following five on the 2025 Index of Economic Freedom. Question number 71. And the answer is third, Singapore. So this data is given by the Heritage Foundation. Right. Question number 72. Who among the following persons has been reappointed as Attorney General of India, which is also known as the First Law Officer of India? So the answer is R. Venkat Ramani. Tushar Mehta, on the other hand, is Solicitor General, which is a subordinate to the Attorney General. The Ministry of Finance has published monthly review of accounts of the Government of India. So the data is given, and if you read this, the common sense says that government earns more from tax than non-tax revenue. So tax is direct and indirect taxes government is earning, maybe the corporation tax or income tax, and non-tax revenue is earning from railways and services government provide. So question number 73, the right answer is fifth, second, and third. revenue account is the major expenditure head, which includes the subsidies and salaries. And the government of India has received this much toward the total receipts. So question number 73, question number 74, top 5 strongest currencies. So you would surprised to know that US dollar is not the strongest currency. Question number 74, the answer is first Kuwaiti dinar. Why it is so strong? Because of the oil reserves found in Kuwait, and therefore. Question number 75. So the Union Cabinet has approved the mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses, that is dal. In this connection, which of the following statements are correct? So question number 75, answer is all three are correct. Question number 76, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved the increase in the minimum support price for all mandated Rabi crops. The minimum support price is important topic because of the protest by the farmers in the recent past for the changes in the laws, farm laws. Why MSP is needed, that is also important. Who decides the MSP, that is also important. So question number 76 is Saflar. Question number 77. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India celebrated its ninth annual day. In this connection, which the following statements are correct? And the answer is all are correct. Uh, Now, with this, you need to read. There are a few things I'm telling you to read because NPA, which is non-performing asset, is a very important issue, which is frequently asked by banks, RBI, NABARD, almost all the exams. So, 90 days you do not repay the loan and it become an NPA, which is non-performing asset. To recover the NPA, there are many steps taken. One was DRT, Debt Recovery Tribunal, then SURFICE Act, then Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. Read about Narsimhan Committee. Narsimham, twice it was made, is also known as forefather of banking industry in India. Read about these things in detail. A very important topic for the banking. Anyways, uh, moving towards question number 78. India unveiled the country's vision 2025-2030 for the National Red List assessment at the 2025 ICUN World Conservation Congress, which was convened in question number 78, and the answer is Abu Dhabi. Question number 79th, Union Minister of State for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Shri Kirti Vardhan Singh, stated at the UN World Convention Congress that question number 79th, and the answer of this question is 1, 2, and 3. And the last question. Okay. Uh, the last question number 80th. In which state was India's first cooperative-based compressed biogas and spray dryer potash granule project inaugurated? And the answer is Maharashtra, Kopargaon to be precise. While you go to Shirni, there's a place called Kopargaon which is there. So this is the last question, and we discussed 80 questions, students. I hope this session was helpful to you. And please read the things I told you about. This is very important for your all the upcoming exams. So wish you all the best and keep it up. Thank you very much. Bye bye.